Hello. Hi. Happy Sunday, everybody. Hello. Happy Sunday. Thank you guys for being here and being so patient. Thank you guys. Let me get a swig of water right quick. Thank you guys for being here. Happy Sunday to everybody. You guys know why we're here. We're here to do the review for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Oh my God. I had to cram today, y'all. I actually watched the show today because I had to go out last night. So yeah, I got my review. Y'all be a little patient with me because I usually like to watch it twice so that I can kind of, get my little, my little commentary and all that together so I don't miss anything. So I only watched it like one time and I kind of rushed through it, but we're going to still get through it. I think we got it. I think we got everything. Hi, thank you guys for being here. Yes, thank y'all for being here. So yes, I was up so damn late last night. No lie, I went out last night, party. My husband and I. Some of you guys saw the pictures. I share pictures, which is so rare because I'm so personal and private. I don't be sharing shit about myself. Yeah, people that work with me that have worked with me for over 20 years have not seen pictures of me and my husband. So you guys are privy. I feel like y'all family. Maybe I feel like y'all family right now. So yeah, people who have worked with me and that know me and have known me at work for over 20 years have not seen pictures of me and my husband. Ain't that crazy? I don't be sharing my life, but I shared last night. I'm trying to come out of my shell a little bit, y'all. I shared a picture last night with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy. That's my life, honey. That's me and my life, honey. Okay? So thank you. Says you're a beautiful couple. I appreciate it, you guys. We've been together forever, and it seems longer. Like we've been together for we got some years on that thing. So yes, God, Cameron been married for we've been together for a while. We've been together for a while. Okay, like yes. But thank y'all. Thank you guys. I saw the comments. I saw all the likes. Thank you. Okay, let's get into it. I'm tired as hell. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Golly, I'm tired. Oh, so I will be going to bed after this review. Let's get it started. All right, so this is season 6, episode 4, Love and Marriage Huntsville, Blaque, Xploitation. Okay, I'm looking at y'all comments. Blaque Xploitation said, yes, beautiful. I appreciate it, y'all. Oh, Lord. I love being married. I do. Like everybody says, ups and downs, but baby, listen, I wouldn't trade it. But let's move on into the episode, okay? All right, so the episode actually picks up where it left off, okay? Where, Tisha, Melody, Stormy, Kiki, and Kimmy, they're still at the spa. They're continuing to finish up this damn argument that they had last Saturday, okay? Where Tiffany and Kiki were kind of going in about Kiki not being a good friend, you guys, as well as being a disloyal family member as it relates to Tisha whenever they were at Melody's pajama party. Still talking about that. I'm over it. I'm sick of it. I'm just like, can y'all just move on? And at the end of the day, I feel like this could have been avoided had Tiffany minded her own damn business. Tiffany stays jumping in other people's stuff, and then when people tear her ass cheeks off, baby, she be sitting there looking like she don't understand why. And I just like, Tiffany, mind your damn business. Like this had nothing to do with you. Even if Kiki is disloyal to Tisha, what does that have to do with you? You are pregnant. You are giving your baby this bad energy for what? Children pick up, when you're pregnant, your baby pick up on negative energy. Plus, you run your blood pressure up on something that don't even have nothing to do with you. This had absolutely nothing to do with you. You don't even know Kiki like that to even be coming at her and discussing anything in terms of her relationship with Tisha. They've been fighting since they were what? They said in college. So, girl, Tisha don't need you stepping in telling her anything about her damn cousin. Let them figure it out on their own. If Kiki says something about Tisha, let them talk it out, which they had already done previous, but you didn't know that because you stayed being other people's damn business. So then, like I said, Kiki is mad, and she appears to be like in this damn trance. I've never seen Kiki like that. I was like, Kiki, what the hell is going on with you, girl? So Tisha's standing there talking to Kiki and like holding her face like this and saying, Kiki, like, calm down, girl. Like, calm down, relax. She's telling her relax and calm down because Kiki's ready to be on her nook if you buck. She is mad as hell. Like she want to get over there at damn Tiffany. And y'all know Tiffany is whole what? In her 3rd trimester. Kiki was like, I don't give a damn. I'm ready to come over there and put paws on you, girl. I was just like, somebody say your face is not ready. Y'all so damn messy. Kiki, baby, was ready to get over there and put the paws on Tiffany. She was in a whole trance, upset. I was like, damn. But it'd be the ones like that though, to be talking all the shit and be huge pregnant, thinking that you ain't gonna pop their ass. I mean, which you should never put your hands on a pregnant person. But then pregnant people stay out of other people's business and start shit. Putting yourself in a situation to where somebody will pop off, because you got people out there that don't care. They like time and place. Wherever you act up, I'm gonna act up, and I don't give a damn about all that other stuff. I would never put my hands on a pregnant person. But baby, hey, as soon as they roll your ass out of the emergency room, I'm gonna have to holler at you about something. Okay, let's move on. Yeah. So Tisha continues to tell Kiki to calm down and relax. She says that, we're here to relax. Like, we ain't come here for all that. Like, calm down, Kiki, down. Kiki look like she'll pop off on your ass. But Melody, honey, she goes in her confessional, because y'all know she was not here for that type of mess. And she says that it's getting too intense. She says that we don't need Tiffany going into labor. She says that Kiki is going off and getting upset to the point where Tisha got to grab her face and tell her to calm down. She said it's just getting to be too much. This is a lot. That's what Mel was saying. Like, damn, this is a lot. I ain't come here for this. Y'all invite my ass to come here, and then y'all up in here damn near about to fight. She like, this supposed to be a relaxing environment, and y'all in here trying to be on your nuck if you bug. Mel's like, oh God, this is a lot. So then Stormy, of course, jumps in and adds her whole ghetto perspective to it. Okay. She jumps in and she says, and we're not talking about that. Okay. Nobody was even talking to you, let alone about that. So then Stormy says, in reference to Kiki saying that you got all these people saying this about her, then you got other people validating it. She says that Stormy says that that's a lot. Like, you need to pretty much not be putting my name in it, because then you got other people validating stuff about me, and that ain't even what it is. So then Tisha interrupts her by saying, I don't want to talk about this. Okay. Like, I don't really want to talk about this. Like, we trying to get everybody calm back down so that we can move on, child, and go and get our massages and be back in our zen. Y'all out here on the BS. Like, we ain't got time for that. That's what Tisha was trying to say. So then Tisha says, I'm good. I don't want to talk about this. Kiki is still giving Stormy the death stare now. Like, she want to go over there and tear into her now. I don't know what the hell's going on with Kiki, girl. I don't know. They might need to do a drug test before the show, allegedly, because you was acting a little different this episode, girl. You got a lot of anger issues, it looks like. So then Stormy says that if you feel like I said something crazy, then why didn't you shut that shit down right there? And these are her words. She says, if that's your cousin and that's my issue with you, she says, why didn't you say something then? What we talking about it for now? Why are you making a big deal about it now versus addressing it back then? All right. Referring to Kiki. Kiki looking at her like this. Don't do it. She gave her the don't do it look. So then Stormy says to Kiki, she says, I ain't told Tisha nothing about what you said. Okay. I ain't told her nothing about what you said. Like, girl. So then Kiki is like, because y'all know she's still brewing over there. Kiki's on her. She ain't have no words for him, child. She just sitting over there on her hum. So then Stormy says, I just said that you said enough, okay? Meaning that you were talking too damn much at that point. That's what she was saying. Stormy still, still trying to get her riled up, and they steady trying to be on the calm down. So then Mel is sitting over there looking like, okay, I'm about sick of y'all asses, okay? All right. She says, I'm about sick of this. She looks over, and then she looks over at Kimmy. Kimmy is looking real wide-eyed, like, oh my God, like, what the hell is going on? Like, everything kind of went from 0 to 1,000 real quick. So then Stormy is saying that if you feel that I was saying too much, then you should have shut me the F down. She's still on that. Stormy is still on this. Everybody's still trying to calm down. Stormy is steady heightening the situation. And I don't even know why she even jumped in to say anything, because the conversation was originally between Tiffany and Kiki. Okay. So then Kiki says to Stormy, says, yeah, that is you, meaning that she does talk too much. All right. So Mel goes into her confessional, of course, and she says that I wasn't expecting this today. She says that folks know how to mess up a good spa day, honey. And then, of course, production rolls tape back on previous spa times whenever they went to the spa and it was chaotic. All right. And it was a particular incident where Melody, Tisha, and Kimmy were at the spa, and they were telling Mel that she was too bougie and she was real. And Mel was like, who's bougie? I'm not bougie. So they wound up getting into this little altercation, a verbal altercation back and forth about Mel being bougie. And then to the point to where Melody was just like, whenever they showed Melody again, they were just like, bitch, I gotta go. Mel was like, I gotta go. I'm not about to be staying here with this mess here. So Mel grabs her little purse, honey, And she stands up and she's like, okay, I'm getting ready to go, y'all. Like, I'm not here for this. This is team too much for me. So she gets up, she greets everybody. She says, okay, y'all, bye. Y'all be safe. And all those good things. Mel is like, yeah, no, sir. No, ma'am. I can't do this. I can't. Because y'all are sitting here arguing. I'm trying to be in my peace place. I'm already going through all this bullshit with Martell. Then I get here, y'all on the BS. I cannot. So that's how she was feeling. So then Melody, she goes to this back room. She gets dressed. She puts her clothes on. She came back out to where the girls were sitting. They're just kind of looking like, is Melody really getting ready to leave? And Melody was indeed getting ready to leave. So Melody said, this ain't what we came here for, guys. She's talking in a real calm tone, you guys. Melody's telling the girls, guys, this ain't what we came for, guys. She says, I think that we need to focus on why we actually came and not this. You know, she's in her peaceful, you know, her real peaceful voice. They looking at her like, okay. And so then Stormy's ghetto ass, she starts yelling, this right here is good. Now, this is good. This is good for us to be able to talk and get all this stuff out, Mel. This is good. This is actually good to where people can actually talk about what's really bothering them versus us sweeping it under the rug and not getting it out. So she wanted to be able to sit here and yell and carry on in a damn spa. Like, this is not the time and or place to be discussing this because y'all are loud. And that's why Melody got up to actually leave, because she didn't want to be involved in them sitting there acting ghetto and damn yelling. It was too much. All right. So moving on, Melody, she looks at Stormy like, really, Stormy? Like, really? No, this is not good. Y'all are loud and being damn ghetto. All right. So then Stormy says to Melody, she says, I think it's good that we can sit and talk like this, because y'all know she ghetto as hell. Talk like this, D-I-S, okay? Because we don't ever get to do this. All right. So then Stormy points to Tiffany and everybody else in the room, say, you good? Are you good? You good? Are you mad? Any of y'all mad? Y'all mad? Y'all? Oh, okay. We not mad. So we should be able to sit here and talk about this because ain't nobody upset. Ain't nobody mad. Okay. So then Stormy, she's on that type of BS. And I was like, girl. Anywho, clearly the room was very chaotic because of what you guys were talking about. This person said this. This person said that. No, it was given too much. All right. So Melody says, if this is what you deem as having a proper conversation, then that's your own thought. She says, but anyway, I got to go. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day. Okay. So then Melody turns to kind of chuck the deuces and walk out like, yeah, I'm not staying here, but y'all free to stay. So they just kind of looking like, oh, she really is getting ready to go. And she damn sure did. So then Tisha says, it's fine, y'all. She says, we can just talk it out. Everyone just move forward, okay? So, of course, they all agree to move forward or whatever. Melody, she's still walking up the hallway, leaving out, honey. And she's like, woo, child. She's like, listen, Lord. She said, not today, Lord, not today. I got to go. So that's what Melody is on. All right. So then Tisha says that, are we good, y'all? She says, then Tiffany's like, we didn't ever get our massages. And I'm thinking, Tiffany, you ain't thought about no damn massage. You came in the gate like guns blazing and ready to argue, girl. You ain't thought about no damn massage all this time. So now that everybody done calmed down, you're like, oh, I didn't get my massage when you started the whole chaotic mess between everybody. Okay. So let's move on to the next scene, you guys. Because I was like, Jesus, I'm sick of their asses. They doing way too much. So next scene is Martell, honey, is at the batting cage and he's there waiting on the fellas to get there. Maurice is already there. He and Maurice, they're already talking and kind of catching up. Maurice, he walks in. And he jokingly tells Martell, you should have greeted me at the door, man. And Martell's like, yeah, all right. So Martell, he wants to play catch up with the guys. They're talking. He's saying, yeah, I wanted to play catch up with you guys. I'm glad you guys will be able to come. So they're just kind of, chopping it up. So Maurice, of course, they're at the batting cage, like I said. So Maurice says to Martell, he says, it's cold outside, man. Like, what you got on? Why you got on them damn shorts? It's freezing outside. You can see the way Maurice is dressed in like a little two-piece, like a sweatsuit, kind of like, because he says it's freezing. Martell is in there with some damn hoochie daddy, booty shorts, and it was tight as hell, y'all. Just like these, he had on like a blue hoodie. The hoodie was tight as hell, and then the shorts was like kind of tight, and they were short as well. I was like, what the hell he got on? And it's supposed to be freezing outside. I'm talking about tight, y'all. So then Maurice says that I was wondering why you had on that because it's damn freezing outside, Martell. So Martell comes back with the whole, yeah, because we're actually going to be inside. Like, it's cold outside, but I just knew we were going to be inside. So that's why I wore that. Like, bullshit. Marlene ain't washed your damn clothes. You ain't had nothing clean at the house, so you don't went over there and squeezed into tank damn clothes and then brought your ass to the batting cage. Ain't nobody, you ain't fooling nobody, Martell. Them shorts was tight as hell. He could barely swing the bat, guys. He could barely swing the bat at the batting cage because them damn pants were so tight. I was like, bro, like you could literally see his ass print in them shorts. I said, what the hell? I said, Marlene didn't have time to be washing her clothes because y'all know she's doing a double shift down there since Mel and them can't get that child support now. She's doing that double shift down there, honey, at the hospital, honey, down there trying to get that double shift for the janitorial position that she's working currently down there, okay? So Martell is out here in them streets, honey, in the wintertime, walking around with these damn hoochie daddy shorts on by way of let me stop. Daisy Dukes, if you will. I said, who the hell wear Daisy Dukes in the middle of winter but Martell with his broke ass? All right. So while they're actually talking, Maurice and Martell's phone rings, his cell phone rings, and it is none other than his fake ass relationship with Sheree. Sheree is on Martell's phone. Martell kind of steps away to have a conversation with Sheree, which is a very short conversation because he's telling her he's at the batting cage with Maurice and he's waiting on the other person to get there, which will be Marsau. So she's like, okay, whatever. Martell gets off the phone, and upon him getting off the phone, Maurice asks, who is that, Sheree? Why you all in his damn phone? Worry about yourself. You already know who it is, okay? So Martell was like, yeah, I told her that I was with the boys, and we getting ready, you know, we here at the batting cage, and you know, we get ready to do our thing. So Maurice says, so what's up with Sheree? He's always asking what's up with Sheree. It's so weird. So then Martell, he kind of downplays it only to say, well, Sheree cool, you know, she good people and all. She's just my friend. Sheree is just cool. She good people. She's just my friend. Not my lady, none of that. Like he downplayed it as that's just my friend. So I was like, oh, okay. So then Maurice says, it's different from last time that I saw you, okay? Meaning at Kimmy's event that Melody was hosting when they were at, you know, where Kimmy announced that she was in remission or whatever, that they didn't find any more cancer. So he says, you were playing escort at the event, remember? Says, meaning when you were walking Melody to her car. Of course, you know, Melody didn't want him to. So production kind of rolls tape back to kind of remind you how the situation went where Martell was being very, you know, too forward with Mel in terms of walking her to her car. And she was steady telling him, no, I don't need you to walk me. I don't need you to walk me. So they showed that particular part again. So then Martell says that, what does that have to do with Sheree though? So Maurice is like, that's exactly what it has to do with Sheree. The fact that you going out of your way to be trying to walk Mel and all up in her face, but then you turning around saying that Sheree is your woman. You're telling everybody that Sheree is your girl like that. If you feeling her, she your woman, but then you all up in Mel face like you trying to be back with her again. So Martell says, that's the mother of my 4 children, okay? He says, and I want her to be safe, and I've always been a gentleman and always will be a gentleman, you know? And I was like, when the hell you ever been a gentleman, Martell? Besides never. All right, so then Maurice says, how's that working with Sheree? So while he's getting ready, Martell getting ready to answer, in walks Marsau. All right, so Martell never gets to answer that because then Marsau comes in, he's hyped up like, don't y'all start without me, like what y'all doing, what y'all talking about, da 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 da. So they catch him up on their conversation with Mel and Sheree. All right, which then he kind of looks confused but interested to know what they're talking about. All right. So then Marsau replies, says that Martell is just finding his way. Like he can date, like that ain't nothing. He can run behind Mel and he can, you know, be running behind Sheree too. He's just trying to find his way. So then Maurice says that a double-minded man is an unstable man in all his ways, which is his favorite thing to say because he said that in episode 3, which was last episode. So Maurice then comes back and says that Martell is actually a triple-minded man. Maybe he meant by Ariane, Mel, and Sheree. Okay. So Martell then goes into confessional and says that I wonder why everyone wants to always discuss my dating life, you know? We like, because you're out here on your bullshit, boy, maybe. Okay. So and you stay lying and perpetrating about your life and who you're dating, especially the situation with Sheree, because we all know that it's fake, maybe. Okay. So of course the guys then they start practicing hitting the ball and you know having typical boy talking junk back and forth. So the ball is launched, and then Martell, he just kind of hits the ball real hard, which then it hits the net where the cameraman is, and they had to kind of stop and ask the cameraman, is he good? Because it looked like the ball damn near knocked the camera out of his hand or something. It was weird. But like I was saying, Martell, he went up first to kind of swing to try to hit the ball, which them damn tight ass shorts, y'all, he could not shimmy in them damn shorts. Y'all know how it is when you trying to swing. He's like this and trying to swing, and them shorts were so damn tight. I said, oh God, the threads, you can hear him popping in the back of them pants, baby. Like he was about to be assed out in them shorts. Do you hear me? Them shorts was tight as hell, Martell. If you watching my channel, baby, you might need to go for me so you can go down to the Burlington, baby, and get you some shorts. Because them shorts right there, they was giving 3T. That's all I'm saying. They would, if you look at the tag in the back of them shorts Martell had on, it was giving 3T. All right. So then Maurice, he was up next to hit the ball. Missed all three of them. They threw him 3. He struck out, y'all. He didn't hit not one ball. I said, look at his punk ass. You ain't, boy, sit down. You can't even hit a ball. Sit down, sir. So then next up was Marsau. Marsau steps up like he just, like he Babe Ruth or somebody out here, baby. Missed all 3 of them too. I said, y'all always talking about how y'all so athletic and you can't even hit a damn baseball. Like y'all need to sit out and y'all got this shit on camera. Y'all look a mess. But anyway, so then Martell brags about he used to be a quarterback in school, honey, saying that that he is better at sports over Maurice and Marsau because he was able to hit all the balls that were thrown to him. Okay. But you walked up in there with them tight ass shorts on, sir. I was trying to figure out how you was able to manage that, because it was, child, I was sitting at home like this, like, damn Lord, please don't let them shorts bust out through the back, because I do not want to see his funky ass up on TV, baby. But hey, so Martell talks with the guys to tell them that he's getting ready to start having his event for his upcoming magazine reveal, but he's looking for a venue and he don't know yet when the actual event will be. Okay, and this is going to be for, y'all know, his upscale magazine reveal. Okay, because damn, he talked about this damn thing and I was just sitting there just like, oh, I had to roll my eyes at his ass. Okay, so then Marsau asked Martell, says that you're gonna have some fur on this time at the event. He was trying to be smart, because y'all remember Martell had on the white skunk fur, honey, at the incest wine event in Atlanta, whenever they had that, when the uncle that was trying to help him steal the ATMs was there. So Martell was like, no, I'm gonna leave that in Atlanta. I ain't gonna have no fur on this time. Because I was saying, I think that was Mel fur that he stole whenever Mel was trying to gather her stuff and Martell wouldn't let her get all her stuff. I said he don't went back there and hid that damn fur of Mel's so that he could wear it for that damn event or for any event. Okay. But Maurice says that you inviting Sheree. Well, I don't know why he keeps Sheree in his mouth. He worried about Sheree more than anybody, seems like to me. So Maurice is asking, you inviting Sheree? Martell's like, yes, she's gonna be there. Sheree is coming. Okay, so then the guys, they continue to talk. Okay, Marsau says that he kind of goes into this whole that their dad was 27 years old with 8 kids and holding down a job, and just talking to his dad made him realize that he is a beast, meaning that his dad is a beast. And I'm like, bullshit, because you said in another episode, and I talked about it before, where they were actually talking about that they were sleeping on the floor and that they grew up poor and they didn't really have much and blah, blah, blah. They didn't have money like that. So I'm trying to figure out, if your dad was doing all this working and pulling all these extra shifts, why did you guys not reap the benefits of that? So he's 27 years old with 8 kids. It's looking like, yeah, he was a beast in the bedroom. Not so much at work, because it don't look like you guys were getting any of that money if he was working all these damn hours at General Motors, as he was saying in the episode last Saturday. He made it sound like he was just this workaholic, honey. He was just working. I'm trying to figure out why the mama had to work all these damn jobs and take care of all these damn kids. Where was this damn daddy? So now y'all bringing his ass on this episode. Y'all bringing him on this season to make it seem like that he was this great, wonderful dad, when that was not the case. Why were you sleeping on the floor? Why did you guys not know when your next meal was? Why did you guys not hardly have clothes? Why were you saying that you guys grew up poor if he worked at General Motors and he was working? He was saying holidays, weekends, like he was just nonstop working. So I'm trying to figure out, why are you guys painting him to be this perfect dad, saying that he's such a beast, that he had all these kids and you guys weren't able to survive barely? I'm trying to figure out that, because I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm confused that you're now praising him to look like a perfect dad, when in fact, that's not the case, according to them. Now, this is something they put out. We didn't ask you that. But my whole thing is, if you're going to lie, at least go back and look at previous seasons to see what it is that you told us, so that we won't be looking like, yeah, no, you told us back then that your dad wasn't there, that your mom pretty much was there. Your parents divorced. So I'm willing to believe that he just was not there doing what he needed to do as a dad. So Marsau says that he and his siblings didn't know that they were poor, that they didn't have they didn't have no money. He says, but dad, hold on, let me back up. It says that he and his siblings didn't know that they were poor, and that they just didn't have any money, and that they didn't know they were poor. That's the comment that he made, okay? But like I was saying in episode 3, he kind of hyped his dad up to be this perfect dad, and his dad was talking about he just work. But I don't think that he was there helping take care of them. Maybe he had another family on the other side of town. I don't know what it was. But dad wasn't there like he needed to be. So all this money he was making was probably going someplace else for you guys to be sleeping on the floor and having to be split up at one point, and one brother sleeping over there and another brother here, and you sleeping on somebody else's couch. Because I remember when they talked about that, and I know you guys remember as well. That was from what Marsau put out there, okay? Because he was telling Tisha, when Tisha was mad at him, saying that you always saying, picking at me, talking about I'm from the other side of the tracks. And he was like, well, Tisha, I'm from the other side of the tracks too. I grew up, I didn't really have it like that either. I didn't have a silver spoon in my mouth either. So that speaks volumes to the fact that you guys did not have the life that you're trying to portray that you had with your dad. If he was there working like that and your mom was working, you guys should have been fine. But why the hell he had 8 kids at 27 years old is beyond me, baby, because daddy was busy back then. Daddy, baby, was back then. Daddy was a rolling stone. That's what it sounded like. And boo, baby, wherever he laid that hat, it sounded like that was his home. Let's move on, though. So Marsau says that Martell is coming around from his divorce and father, and maybe even husband. It says that that it comes down to it, that if it comes down to it, that he's just going to be fine, okay? And I'm thinking, like, you're not the example of anyone trying to give nobody no advice in terms of fatherhood or any hood. Marsau, because you ain't never there for Tisha, okay? You are never there for Tisha. You treat Tisha like shit, okay? You're really never home with the kids. You don't even know what your kids like and or don't like, all right? You didn't even know that your son couldn't even eat peanut butter. You didn't even know that he was allergic to peanut butter. You ended up making him a peanut butter sandwich, which shows how much you actually spend time with your kids. So for you to tell Martell that, oh yeah, he's coming around, you'll come around, you do this, when you ain't came around. Who are you to tell somebody what they're doing and the improvement that they're making when you're making none? Tisha on every damn episode damn near crying because you're not there as you're supposed to as a husband and or father. So I just was not trying to be hearing that shit, what he was saying. Because, sir, you sound like your daddy. Your daddy wasn't there and your ass ain't there either. So I see where you get it from. So Martell then says that I always says that I wanted a lot of kids. That's probably the only truth that you ever said, sir. Okay? Including the one on the other side of town, allegedly, that is supposed to be on the way that we know of, okay? Yeah. So Marsau says, is Sheree open to having kids? Martell says, crazy you mentioned it, says she's actually down to having more kids. And I said, bullshit. Do y'all know how old Sheree is? Sheree is in her mid-50s. And not to say that women in their mid-50s can't have kids. All Sheree kids are grown and out of school and getting ready to graduate college. Do you think that Sheree is getting ready to be having some more damn kids by Martell? That is a complete lie and or storyline. As much as Sheree work on her body to keep herself looking a certain type of way, Sheree is not about to be reaching back trying to have no kids with no damn Martell. And the fact that he would sit his ass on national television and lie about that, I said, Martell, if you don't stop lying, Sheree's kids are damn near grown. You already know Sheree's eggs is scrambled with cheese, baby. And over easy. Do you hear me? Sheree's eggs is a whole fucking omelet out here by now. She is not about to be busting out no damn Hope kids in her late age when she is worried about keeping her body a certain way. She is not about to be having no damn kids, and you know that. Now that's for Werewolf across town. Werewolf's job across town is to be having your babies. Sheree ain't about to do that shit. So you can stop sitting on national television, lying, trying to get everybody to think that you and Sheree is on this level that you're not on. Okay? Sheree ain't about to have no babies. And the fact that he sat there, and they sat there gassing him up. Oh yeah, Sheree gonna have some baby. Come on now. Sheree ain't having no damn babies. So then Maurice gonna ask, how many babies is Martell looking to be trying to have? All right. And he ain't got no job, mind you. We all know that. So you want to be having all these kids talking about you want to have a bunch of kids. You ain't even helping take care of the ones you got with Mel. You barely helping. Even Ariana said he does what he can do, which further tells me that you ain't doing what you need to do. You are not doing the maximum of what you need to do to help take care of your children. Okay. Yeah. So now Maurice gonna ask Martell how many more kids is he looking to have. Martell then goes on to say, I don't know, it could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 3. And I said, hell, it could be 20 because that's your favorite number since you want to stick with that. 20 is your favorite number. Going out here and have 20 because you ain't taking care of the 4 or 5 that you got. So what's 20 other kids going? What difference is 20 other kids gonna make? Because you ain't taking care of the 5 that you already got, or maybe 6. We'll say allegedly to be cute, but somebody's been in hiding for quite some time, and they did the same thing when they were pregnant with Lil Holt. They went missing for a while, and they popped up and they were pregnant because they didn't want nobody to see them. So we'll get up off it. We'll get up off it, but I just go by patterns and or what I see. Okay. But long story short, Sheree's eggs are scrambled with cheese and over easy. Okay. Yeah. So then Maurice and Marsau, they're gonna ask Martell, is Sheree the one? Okay. Sheree is not the 1. Sheree is not the 2, 3, 4, or 5. Okay. Sheree is just there for a storyline, and we know it. Everybody else that's watching know it. All right. So Martell, he looks puzzled. He never answers the question in terms of if Sheree is the one, which further lets us know she's not. Because why are you still sending Mel 10 dozens of roses? Okay. Yeah, she ain't the one. Next scene, Marsau is at Schultz, okay, waiting on his new employee Gino, who took Tisha's desk to come in. Which then he comes in, he goes to his desk, or rather Tisha's desk, and sits down. He and Marsau starts to have a conversation, all right. And Gino says that they are a team. He said, but if you treat me like Tisha, I don't know. He kind of said it in a joking way, but he kind of looked like he meant it a little bit. Okay. So then Marsau says that it would be, it'll be 17 years now. It'll be 17 years this year for me and Tisha being married. And I said, what the hell that got to do with anything? Now you acknowledged your marriage. They couldn't even get your ass to renew your vows in Las Vegas. And now you acknowledge you've been married for 17 years. I wouldn't call it a marriage. I would call it a dictatorship from the outside looking in. 17 years of hell is what it looked like for Tisha. 17 years of hell. Tisha does not look happy because she does not get to be herself. She does not get to work. She does not get to do what any woman likes to do, be herself. And it's sad. So he's telling this guy, Gino, that it'd be 17 years this year for him and Tisha in terms of them being married. And so Marsau, he mentions Tisha being able to approve the assets at Schultz. All right. Which then makes Gino look like, yeah, I don't know about that. If you and I are going to be in business and work as partners, like, I don't know. He was kind of looking unsure. So then Marsau, he kind of talks to Gino about not telling Tisha about certain things in terms of the business and or the office because she will worry. So he's saying that is why he keeps Tisha in the dark in terms of what goes on with Schultz or Blaque as it relates to their businesses, because Tisha worries a lot. So then Gino says to Marsau, he says that as a man, says that you tell her and then you reassure her, okay, because Tisha is your teammate, meaning that you tell her whatever it is that's going on, no matter how she feels, but then you be there to reassure her so that she doesn't worry. That's not how you're supposed to handle that in terms of not telling her, because she is your partner. She's your teammate. So keeping her from knowing certain things that's going on is only, being disrespectful to her. That's what Gino is trying to tell Marsau. He also goes on to say, this Gino guy says that I wish that I had been more of a partner to my ex-wife, which kind of shows the reason why he and his wife aren't together, because he had the same mindset as Marsau in terms of how he dealt with things. So Marsau is just kind of looking at Gino like, I hear you, bitch, but I don't hear you. This is how I run my household. It kind of looks like it was going in one ear and out the other. Marsau then replies in terms of saying that I got a lot to think about. And that's all his ass is going to do is think about it. He is not going to change anything. Marsau is going to continue to keep Marsauing, which is being a whole BAN, which we all know to be a bitch ass nigga. Okay. Yeah. It's Sunday. But yeah, moving on to the next scene is Kimmy, honey, is at her business, which is called Scott Emporium. All right. And Tisha comes by to sit and talk to her, and they're catching up and blah, blah, blah. She greets Tisha and she tells her, you know, that she can come in. And she actually surprises Tisha in terms of telling Tisha that she has an extra office there at Scott Emporium, which is her business, that she will allow Tisha to come in and work since Marsau has given her office to Gino. So Tisha, she's happy to hear that. She's saying that it's a room, some room where Maurice goes in to do some type of blogging or something in that room. I didn't know he did that, but okay. But it says, pretty much Kimmy is telling Tisha that she could have that particular office to go in there and work and do whatever it is she needs to do, because they don't really use that room at Scott Emporium. So Tisha, she's much obliged to be able to take that room. She kind of feels like she has an office now. She walks into the office with this blonde wig on, and it was giving me Mel from seasons 1 through 3, because y'all know she lives to do repeat fashion looks that Melody used to wear. Y'all know for the longest Melody wore this short blonde look, and that's what Tisha came in there with, this short blonde look. I was like, Tisha, what are you doing? So then Kimmy and Tisha, they sit down and they're discussing how things went at the spa. And they're talking about how Kiki was mad aggressive and how Tiffany was just doing team too much, and the fact that Tiffany was pregnant and they didn't know how Kiki was going to pop off on her, and they was glad that everything kind of went smoothly after that, and that nobody got hands put on them. Pretty much talking about Tiffany, because Kiki was very upset. All right. So then Kimmy tells Tisha, says that she felt like that it was a stepping stone to move forward from the spa day, and that there's a knock on the door. Okay. There's a knock on the door. Kimmy gets up to go check at the door to see who it is, which we all know that to be, if those of you who watched, is Melody. Melody was at the door. Kimmy goes to the door. She opens the door. She greets Mel. Mel comes in, and Tisha is the whole time staring at Mel like she's getting a mental note of Mel's fashion. Mel got the braids going to the back. She got on this little, like a little bodysuit, little get up thing. Mel was looking cute. I was like, okay, for the braids, yes. She had the long set it off braids coming back, baby, coming down the back. I was like, okay, Mel, yes. So Tisha was sitting there, honey, on her single black female vibes, giving Mel a whole once and a twice over, making sure she got a great mental note so that she could use that same fashion one day, because y'all know she lives to be copying Mel. Yes, honey, she do. We're going to see them same braids going to the back in a whole bodysuit, child, real soon. Okay. I'm going to be sitting right here reporting. You know, Tisha had on had the braids going to the back in a bodysuit, because y'all know that's what she's going to do. You know, y'all already know. But moving on. So Melody brought a basket with her. Y'all know Mel always have some food. If Mel ain't going to do nothing else, baby, Mel is going to eat. Do you hear me? Mel don't give a damn about no cameras. Melody is going to eat. Mel is going to eat. So she had this basket that she brought with her that had some chicken salad and crackers. She was telling Kimmy, yeah. Kimmy was like, what you got in the basket there, girl? And Mel was like, yeah, I brought some chicken salad and some crackers for us to all sit down here and eat today. Y'all know I got to do her voice. So then she comes in, she sees Tisha, she hugs Tisha, which surprised the hell out of me. I was like, what in the world is going on here? So Tisha kind of compliments Melody and says that she looks like a grown-up Mariah with that look, you know, with her hair going back and with her outfit on. So I guess she was trying to say she was looking young in the face and, you know, slim in the waist, honey, because y'all know Mel been working out or whatever. So I was surprised and taken aback. I mean, back that way, way back that way. To see Melody hug Tisha, because y'all know they kind of been having this whole little rivalry going on, especially after Tisha was saying that Melody had this whole dark soul and was kind of like the devil and all that. I was just like, yo, that kind of threw me to see that. But I was like, okay. So the Melody in her confessional says that hopefully we can move forward and past the girl with the dark and evil soul, you know, comment. She says that maybe that she can change in 3 or 4 months. She was trying to be a little, you know, a little slick shade. I call that slick shade. But then Mel said, but here we are, you know, here we are. I was like, you better shade, Mel. So then Kimmy, she's talking to Melody and Tisha about moving past their, little transgressions and their little arguments and things that they've been going through in terms of them being in a weird space to where they, always throwing shade and arguing with each other. So Melody, honey, Melody ain't hearing none of that shit. Melody was indulging in her chicken salad, baby. She was raking that chicken salad and crackers in her mouth. She was like, all right, yeah, girl. And I'm talking about big old scoops of chicken salad too. She won't worry about the cameras. Mel was in her zone, baby. She was eating. And yeah, Kimmy was steady going on and on, talking about she want them to be in a better space. Mel was tearing up that damn chicken salad. And I was like, girl, that damn chicken salad must be good. That's some good chicken salad, girl. But then Kimmy goes on to say, she says that I feel like this is where we should start, meaning right there with the two of them kind of making amends with each other and not arguing anymore. All right. So then Tisha kind of rolls her eyes, like, she always rolling them damn eyes. And then she takes a big old gulp of her looks like the tall bottle of water that she had there on the table. She takes a huge gulp and she kind of sits back and she's just looking like, okay. So then Mel says, yeah. She says that yeah, right here is a great place to start. She says, yeah. So then Kimmy says that, do you all agree or do you disagree or what? So Mel says, I think actions speak louder than words. Okay. She says, at the end of the day, I'm open to it, but I need the actions to kind of line up with what's being said. Okay. So then Tisha says that people communicate at a different type of way, and they think that it's good. So that may be good communication for them. And I was like, okay, Tisha, whatever you meant by that. Okay, Tisha. All right. Mel was just saying that, hey, actions speak louder than words. If we're going to move forward, I need you to do what you're saying and not just saying, okay, we're going to move forward. And then the next time you see me, you acting real funky like you was acting before. Like, pick a lane and stay in that lane. Don't tell me we're moving forward if you're going to continue to act that way. So the Melody says that it's really a respect thing going on. She says that I'm hosting a tea party and someone will be there to actually discuss etiquette and different communication styles, different ways to communicate. So she's kind of asking them to come. She's kind of inviting Tisha and Tisha and Kimmy to actually come to this event. Okay. So then while she's saying that, Tisha says that people got a lot off their chests, CHESS, not chest, but chest, at the spa. She still want to talk about this damn spa. So then Kimmy says that people should be able to say the way that a person speaks make them feel a little squirrely. Okay, I ain't never heard nobody say squirrely. But so then Tisha says that I think that could be good. She says that meaning Melody's function, which is a little tea party that Melody was inviting them to. She says because that can get everybody on board for my upcoming event. So, she's going to always try to upstage Melody anytime Melody's talking about she got an event and she's going to invite somebody, as she did in the last episode, which I did not like, whenever Melody was inviting Kimmy to the for her little spa day. Here comes Tisha overshadowing her, talking about, oh, well, I'm having a spa. I want to invite all the girls to this, and this. Like, don't leave me out. I got an event too. So Melody is putting her event out there to invite the two of them. So then Tisha comes back with, oh, so that just kind of opens the door for me to talk about my upcoming event and or Expo, not Expo, but ESSSSPO. Expo. I said, girl, it's Expo, EXPO, not ESSSSSSS. I'm back, PO. Okay. So then Tisha, she does this little speech, honey, about we have degrees. We have businesses and things going on that we should share with the community. Because y'all know the long words, honey. She used every syllable. It don't flow like it need to flow with Tisha. And I was just like, Jesus. Tisha, just sit back, honey, and be quiet, okay? Because I can't with you. We have degrees and we have with the community. I was like, girl, it's community. See how it flew? I'm out. Community, not community. Like, damn, girl. So then Tisha goes in her confessional, honey. She says that me and Kimmy are the heart of the group. And it would be a shame to let issues get in the way of helping our community. She on that community bullshit again. I was like, oh. So then Tisha, I'm thinking to myself, Tisha, you're the only one to be getting in the way of stuff, honey, and holding on to mess. This is why you cannot rise up in your community, because you stay on the bullshit, girl. But moving on. So they actually get up to get ready to leave. All right. Melody is walking towards the door. Kimmy walks towards the door as well. And Melody hugs Kimmy and says, okay, goodbye. Nice seeing you, blah, blah, blah. So then Tisha, she's walking up, but she walks by. She don't say bye or anything. It's like she was real standoffish. It was weird. The tension was kind of weird. So then Melody walks up to her, and unbeknownst to Tisha, Melody kind of grabs Tisha and kind of hugs her and kind of pulls her in. It was kind of weird. I was just like, what the hell is going on here, Mel? So then Tisha kind of threw her for a loop too, because she's looking like, what's going on here? So and Melody, like I said, hugged her, and it kind of threw Tisha off guard, but she accepted it. She reciprocated, and she kind of hugged her back, and they kind of went on their way. So Melody left. Moving on to the next scene is Marsau and Tisha, honey, at their broke down house with the corn, baby, in the driveway. Okay, that house. Marsau, honey, they're showing him in the kitchen. He's making look like coffee, breakfast, or whatever it is that he's making to take up those 3 little stairs, honey, upstairs to their bedroom, baby, to give Tisha her little breakfast and a little coffee that he done made, baby. I don't understand this about Tisha. Like, prior to production coming and the camera crew coming there to film in your home, ma'am, and I said this before, every time they show your house, you got shit hanging on the door. It's a hot damn mess. Why does Tisha always have stuff hanging on that damn closet door? Them hangers and that looks a hot damn mess. That's some ghetto mess. These people are coming to film your house. Why is it that you continue to have this stuff? You had the closet door open with shit hanging in there. Then you had stuff hanging on the closet door. I'm like, girl. You already know these people is coming to film in your house. That's a hot damn mess. All right, so my thing is, it's time to upgrade that damn headboard. That brown same headboard that we've seen since season 1. It's time to upgrade that too, because it's looking a little dingy back there in the background. Okay, y'all might want a damn sandblast or something, that damn headboard. Just take the whole shit down, because it looks cheap. It looks a mess. Okay, that's Wanda where she got her headboard from. Because when she was filming at one time in her house, baby, she had that real high headboard, look like something from a funeral parlor. She might be able to get you a good discount on it, since she used to boost out there in them streets. She kind of know where to go to get the good furniture, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, because funeral parlors usually have some pretty good furniture. Ask your mama, girl, how can you upgrade your headboard? Because that headboard that y'all be laying back on, it's got too many grease stains and other stuff in it. So y'all might need to sandblast or something. I don't know, baby. Y'all need to, y'all need to get rid of that shit, because I'm tired of seeing that damn brown old ass headboard from season 1. Like, seriously, y'all need to clean up over there, baby, because that's y'all house always be a damn mess, and y'all know the camera crew coming. Tisha, I'm back, y'all. Jesus, that house is a damn mess. I was like, baby. All right, so Marsau and Tisha, honey, they are discussing business and their view in terms of how they make plans on making it work, with possibly Tisha being involved, which I call bullshit. That's a whole storyline. He already said, I don't want to work with Tisha. So we'll still talk about it, though. Marsau tells Tisha about his meeting with Gino, okay, their new employee and or business person at show. Marsau continues with his continued speech, honey, about him being a provider and a protector, and him not trying to hold Tisha back or put her down. Upon him saying that, Tisha smiles like, for real? So he knows what to say to Tisha to get a certain reaction out of her, because he knows what she wants to hear. He has no intentions of having Tisha in the workplace. He don't want to work with her, but he tell her what he want to tell her. He tell her what he want to tell her to get her out of that mode, because he knows that Tisha is going to act like a 5-year-old and pout until she gets her way. So he deals with her in a certain type of way in terms of telling her what she wants to hear in those moments, so that she don't act mad and don't give him what he wants. So it's like a tick for tat between the two of them, and they get on my damn nerves with that. Tisha acts like a 5-year-old when she doesn't get her way. All right. So Marsau, I don't know why he sat there gaslighting the hell out of her and lying to her, because you've already said that you don't really like the fact that Tisha works with you. And you also said that the only reason that she got her degrees, that you thought she went and got all these damn degrees, was for fun. You don't respect the fact that she's sitting at home all damn day. She can't go to work. She can't do nothing. You don't want her out of the house. So she's sitting on her laptop all damn day taking classes, getting all these degrees. And then you turn around and tell this girl, not congratulations, but the whole fact of that you feel like she did all these degrees and got these degrees for fun, even though she got master's degrees. And that should take a while. That takes a long time to go to school to get master's degrees, but you diminish that to tell her that, oh, I just thought you did it for fun. So now you gaslighting the hell out of her and telling her that you you might find a way, and or you see a way for her to actually work within the company, and that you want her to work beside you in so many words that you can kind of see her working beside you. And that's total bullshit. No, you don't. You don't see her doing that. Okay. But then Tisha, like I said, she looks for Marsau to say anything positive. Okay. And she kind of hangs on to that. And she kind of feels like, okay, he's finally going to let me do this. She's finally going to let me do that, when that's never the case. And it's just crazy. So then Tisha says to Marsau, she's like, that's growth. Oh my God, Marsau. She's smiling. She's all in this happy place. Oh my God, Marsau, that's growth. That is just, she says, and she said, I'm so happy. You know, she says, Gino is starting to sound like the new Dr. Francis. And I was like, girl, don't mention Dr. Francis, because that's one good way to get Gino fired, because we already saw what happened whenever you asked Marsau to even have a meeting with Dr. Francis. Y'all didn't even see his ass no more. We ain't seen Dr. Francis even on the show no more after Tisha and Marsau was trying to be having a meeting with his ass. So I'm just saying, we ain't seen and or heard from Dr. Francis ass no more on Love and Marriage Huntsville since Tisha told Marsau that she wanted him to have a meeting and or counseling with Dr. Francis. All right. So after that little situationship between Marsau and Tisha, they hug it out, honey. And Marsau whispers to Tisha, and they put the caption on the screen where he says, okay, now let's sex it out. And I was just like, somebody find me a bucket, because I wanted to throw up. It just didn't come off right. It seemed like, okay, I told you this, now you give me this. That's what it gave me. There was there was no romance there. There was no, no nothing, no spontaneity, no nothing. It was like, okay, I told you can work with me, now give me some. That's what I got out of it. That's what I got out of it. I told you can work with me. I told you what you want to hear. You in a happy place, now give me some. Not I love you. Not I want to see you succeed. Not I'm happy that you're not feeling that way no more. I told you what you want to hear. You happy now? Give me some nookie. That's what it gave me. So she goes and starts hugging him, and she's all up on him, and she's happy that that he's telling her what she want to hear, which we all know was gaslighting. I was just like, I want to damn throw up, y'all. That shit was, I cannot imagine the two of them. That just seems gross to me. But then production shows their house. Okay, after that, I don't know why they just did like this long pause on their house on the outside. I was like, we can get off this now. Let's move on to the next scene. I don't want to see this damn old ass house. Let's move on. Next scene is the comeback group, aka Tisha, Marsau, all them, the six of them meet up to discuss this upcoming, as Tisha called it, Expo. Okay. That Tisha is putting together. All right, which turned out to be a total mess. And we're gonna talk about it, child, because I was just like, baby. Martell, Kim and Maurice, they arrived first, all right, to this particular place that they're meeting at. It's a whole meeting room. You could tell it's a whole nother building from where they used to meet, because y'all know they used to meet at Melody's office. They don't meet there anymore. So they some building, some 600 building somewhere in Huntsville. Martell then arrives later. After Kimmy and Maurice gets there, he has on this tight ass suit. He goes to hug Maurice, and the damn, all this shit right here is tight, like he about to bust out like Incredible Hulk. I don't know why his shit is tight, y'all. I think that's why he stopped eating, so that he can fit into his clothes. If y'all see Martell, recent pictures of Martell, he is very small, you guys. He looks very emaciated. I think he's probably eating maybe 3-4 grains of rice a day. He is very small now, so I think he lost all this weight so that he can continue to fit in his clothes, because he can't fit shit no more, and I don't think he can afford to buy anymore. But long story short, the suit that he had on was looking very tight. That jacket was tight as hell. Okay, it was looking tight as hell. I say I ain't never seen no spandex church coat, but go off, Martell. So then he greets Kimmy and Maurice, all right, as he comes in. Yeah, he had on a spandex church coat. I was like, I ain't never seen one of them before. But go off, sir. That shit was like, oh, it was tight. I said, bro, I can see your damn blood pressure in your shirt. When you got ready to hug Maurice, you can see the blood like pumping right here. I said, the fuck is going on with y'all? But anyway, so Kim and Maurice, honey, they go into their confessional, and they're saying that Tisha and Marsau invited us to come together to discuss business. He said, what could possibly go wrong? He was trying to be sarcastic and be funny. Y'all know Maurice tries to be funny, and it just don't be landing. His jokes don't land at all. It's just like, bam, bam, bam. I've been wanting to give his ass the buzzer like, boo. That was not funny, Maurice. Go sit your ass down, get your certificate, and go sit your ass down because that was not funny. Thank you, but no thank you. All right, so then Martell, of course, they show Martell. He's sitting there, he's looking around, and he's like, oh, I'm so excited that she would bring us together. And I said, you would be excited because you ain't got shit else going on, Martell. You would be excited that you were invited anywhere as it relates to business because you ain't got no business, you ain't got no job, you ain't got nothing going on. Ain't no children, ain't no laughter, ain't nothing. Like homeboy said from Color Purple. You ain't got nothing going on, Martell. So you happy to be anywhere where you feel relevant at this point. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You happy to be there so you can see Mel. You happy to be there so that you can finally feel like you getting some work. You happy to be there to be able to pick a fight with Mel even. Okay. And you also happy to be there to put on another tight ass suit. Okay. So that everybody can see your ass sitting up there busting out like Incredible Hulk. Okay. You happy to do all those things. But let's carry on. So then Kimmy says that everybody will be joining the meeting today. That's what she's telling Martell. Okay. Upon her saying that, Martell's eyes lit up because who would he want to see more at the meeting than Melody? Okay. He's looking like everybody. And then he starts blushing. He's like, everybody's going to be here. He starts blushing. So then he gets up in his own messy way and moves the chair that's beside him down so that whoever sits in that chair, which we know is never going to be Melody because she ain't about to sit by his ass. Because during this time, they're already in court with Martell had already filed for full custody of the kids. So she want to sit anywhere but beside his ass. So he gets up to move the chair that's beside him down, further down so that the person won't be sitting like right up under him. Okay. Which I thought was just so damn childish. I said, boy, sit your ass down with tight ass pants on. So then Kimmy says, don't be moving no chairs around, Martell. And then they start laughing because she knew what he was trying to do in terms of moving the chair so Mel would not be sitting near him. All right. So then Martell says that we have a lot going on right now, you know, that we don't need to sit beside each other right now. Okay. And like I said, that he said that Mel don't want to sit beside him because, you know, they're going through what they're going through in court. They have bad energy. You know, everything is kind of off between the two of them because he's currently suing her for full custody of the kids. So Mel ain't trying to see him, know him, be nowhere near his ass. When really in his mind, in reality, he would like Mel to sit no other place than probably in his damn lap. So that's probably why he moved the chair down so Mel can come sit in his damn lap. Because that's where he would really rather Mel sit, to be honest. Because y'all know Martell is always the opposite of what he says. He hate Mel. He's really loving Mel. Like he's been telling everybody, I don't really see Mel. Yeah, I don't want you back. I don't want you back. But he really want her back. Everything with Martell is the opposite. And I've started reading it that way. Whatever Martell says is always the opposite. Okay? Always the opposite. Always the opposite with him. That's how I look at Martell. So then Melody finally comes in, baby. When I tell you she's coming in to serve the gods, okay? She's got this updo hairstyle. She looks great. She's got these little bangs. She got a part down the middle, these little bangs coming down here. She's got a little updo, little bun or whatever. She's looking real cute. Makeup is beat. Face is beat, baby, to the gods. She got on this tight-fitting little dress, honey, this hugging the body, yada, yada, yada. She's giving body, yada, yada. When she walks in, Martell's eyes go on her and never leave, you guys. Martell watches Melody from the door all the way to when Melody walks around the table away from Martell's ass, around to the other side of the damn table, far, far away from his ass to sit down by Kimmy and Maurice, okay? Martell watched her from the door all the way around to where she sat down and even had his eyes on her when she did sit, almost also to the point to where Melody was kind of uncomfortable because he was staring that much because Melody was looking good. She was looking good. She was giving body. She was giving hair. She was giving, I'm here, bitch. What? And Martell was like, he had that smirk to where he knew that she was serving for the girls. Oh, the girls was girling, baby. You hear me? The girls was girling. She was that girl. She was. And Martell, he took notice to that. He was like, bitch, I fucked this up. I fumbled this. Like, this how he was looking like, bitch, I fucked this up. Did I really do that? Yes, you did, sir. And I'm happy to see that it's the way she walked in, like, bitch, I'm owning it. This is the way she walked in. And sashayed her ass right around that table and went around and sat down. Didn't give Martell a once, twice, or third look over. It was like Martell was not even in the room. And that thoroughly pissed his ass off because she didn't even acknowledge him. But she did speak to Kim. Hey, girl, how you doing? Y'all know how Melody is. Hey, girl, how you doing? Gave her a hug and whatnot. She even spoke when she gave Maurice and Martell a public hello. Like, she didn't even really acknowledge Maurice like that. She kind of gave him part of Martell's hello, if you will. She was like, hey, y'all, how you doing? Like, bitch, how you doing and how you doing? Y'all share it. Okay. That's what she gave y'all. So then Melody was like, oh, I like this setup. The whole time Martell still looking at her like this. Mel is in her own world. She ain't even thinking about Martell's ass. Oh, I like this setup. This is nice. This is a nice office. And Martell is sitting there like, bitch, you see me looking at you. Hello, say hey to me. Say hey to me. Say hey to me. And Mel was like, bitch, I have nothing for you. She was on her Whitney Houston. I have nothing. I have nothing for you. I have nothing for you. That's what she was on. I have nothing. And Martell felt a whole way about the fact that Melody ignored the shit out of him the entire meeting, y'all. She didn't give him nothing. She paid him dust the entire time. So then Martell, like I said, he continues to stare at Melody, which was creepy as hell. I was like, boy, you need to find you something else to do. Martell did. He finds his way to the confessional. He has to do a confessional, honey. Okay. He says that I'm just going to try to keep the meeting professional and respect for Tisha and Marsau. He says that Melody and I have a lot going on in the courts, which your ass initiated. He says that I don't want any tension or things of that nature, which y'all know is his favorite thing. And anytime Martell says, and let me school y'all, because I done studied him, okay? Anytime Martell says and things of that nature, is always the opposite. When he says that I don't want any tension or things of that nature, he's really saying I'm really here for the shits. Because, and we're going to talk about it further down in the thing, he's going to be all the way on his petty because Melody continues to serve him dust, okay? Martell, when he said, I don't want no tension and things of that nature, bitch, you really want the smoke. You really want to be messy. You want to be like a messy old teenage schoolgirl and sit over there and cackle and laugh and do what your ass going to be doing in this meeting. Let's talk about it. Mel continued to ignore the hell out of him, okay? And he felt a whole way about it, and he needed to put his 0 cents, which we all know he has nothing, in those pockets, baby, or his wallet, okay? Because he hated the fact that Melody shaded him when she came in and did not acknowledge him. He was hoping for her to say hello and or probably shake his hand or hug him. But Melody was like, bitch, I have nothing. So Melody and Tisha and Marsau finally arrived because y'all know their asses always be late. They always wind up being the last person to damn show up for everything. This is how you late to your own damn meeting. You got a time limit for everybody to be there, but you there later than everybody else. That just does not show professionalism, but go off. All right. They speak to everybody. Everybody speak to them. Marsau speaks to Melody, which was a weird type of tension. And Melody, she kind of gave him a little handshake and was like, hi. Hello, I'm good. Hi. Like, sit your ass down. Let's get started. I got shit to do. Sit your ass down. Thank you. Thank you. All right, sit your ass down. All right, so then they show a confessional where Tisha and Marsau, they're saying that hopefully everyone can come on board with my idea for the Black Business Expo. Okay. Marsau then says that even though it resembles the comeback group, it's not the comeback group. So remember that. And Tisha was like, yeah, right. Okay. So then Marsau asked everybody, how is everybody feeling today? All right, Martell, I'm so enthused about the day. We know, Martell. We know. You ain't selling no wine. You ain't selling no plane ride to Canada books. You ain't selling no draws. You ain't doing shit. We know you're happy to be here. You've already said it. Sit back and be quiet, sir. Okay? You are enthused. You ain't got shit going on. Okay? So then Marsau pulls out this whole chocolate in a bolla, as Wanda call it, honey, BOLA, chocolate in a bolla, and puts it on the table, honey. Okay. And then Melody and Tisha, of course, they're at this little snack table that they had set up there in the back of the room. Melody, baby, is fixing her plate because, like I told y'all, honey, Melody is gonna do what she's gonna eat. Melody back there fixing her plate, fixing her something to drink, baby. Melody gonna eat, baby. Smell like a hot damn. Is food back there? Yeah, I'm back there where the food is, okay? So Mel back there fixing her plate, baby. She done got her plate. She done came to the table. She and prior to her coming to the table, she and Tisha were at the snack table. They looked like they were trying to be cordial. They were kind of kiki and then laughing a little bit. I was kind of thrown by that, but I was like, okay, they're trying to get along. We'll go with it. So then Melody, like I said, got her plate. She came in her drink. She came to the table. She sat down. Don't look like nobody else had no food but her. But y'all, Mel don't give a damn. She's going to eat by herself. So Tisha says via confessional. They doing a lot of confessionals this episode. Says that word on social media is that Melody got a new boo. Not that it's your business. Okay. Says that maybe that's what the tension is between her and Martell. Maybe that Martell knows that Mel got a new man. And maybe that's the tension between the two of them. That's what she was trying to say. So then Tisha continues that Martell has been trying to get some attention because Melody is looking so good. That's good that you recognize that, Tisha. Okay. So then Marsau and Tisha then go to the projector screen that they have set up to actually do their presentation for the group. All right. They're talking about their Black business expo idea. Okay. As Tisha calls it. So why Tisha is doing the talking, let's just stop there. Let's pause there. I don't know why Tisha is the one doing the talking versus Marsau, because y'all know it takes Tisha a while. She over pronunciates things. It needs to be someone who has a better understanding and or vocabulary and or lesser thick tongue, so that the people who she's trying to explain this to can understand it, because Tisha baby be all over the place with that thick tongue. And I was just like, girl, maybe you want to let Marsau talk, but go off. All right. So then Tisha, she's reading the projection points that they put down in terms of presenting this to the group. Melody, she's paying very close attention, because she's like, let's see what the bullshit is about now. Y'all don't call my ass up here. Let me see what y'all talking about. All right. So she's paying very close attention as they're talking and putting their points down. Okay. So then Kimmy and Maurice, they're also focused. They're looking, they're trying to see what it is that's being pitched to them. Okay. Martell, he's cutting his eye over there at Mill again, not paying attention, not listening, because y'all know his reading and comprehension skills is on Sugar Mama's level. So he's really not there to hear anything on the meeting. He's really just there to see and or stare at Melody. He's not looking at the projection screen. He don't know what is going on and or what they're talking about, because his focus is on Melody. Okay. Y'all know whenever they had meetings prior to that, Melody was the one reading the contracts and reading them back to Martell. So he really didn't know what the hell was going on. He's just sitting there staring at Mel, as he used to do when he and Mel worked together. He don't know shit was going on. Okay. So let's keep going. So they're talking about the key points. Tisha, and Tisha was saying that she would like for each person to speak at the SO to talk about their businesses, as well as highlighting different key points. Okay. So then production shows a clip where they actually fought and exchanged words in a prior comeback group meeting. Okay. And this was after Marsau threw out this little comment about them having stones in previous encounters in terms of business whenever they actually met up. And they were showing different comeback group meetings where they used to fight, which we all know to be all the time. Every time they had a comeback group meeting, they were fighting about something. So production rolled tape back and showed that. So then back to back to the meeting where Tisha, after Tisha and Marsau actually presents their idea, Melody looks like, hell no. Like, this what y'all call me down here for? Like, I don't know. Everybody was kind of looking confused and or like they weren't kind of feeling the idea that was being pitched to them. Kimmy and Maurice, they looked like they weren't too thrilled. Martell, he's sitting there frowning, even though his ass wasn't even paying attention and or knew what was even being said from the jump, because I already told y'all his reading comprehension skills are on zero. Okay. So Tisha and Marsau, they are standing up there. They're smiling like they basically hit the lottery when their asses need to, since you're in a $5 million lawsuit. And they were looking like fools at that point to me. They were looking like fools. They were looking like fools. To me, let me break it down. If you are trying to present and or pitch a business idea to a group of people, it makes sense for you to make copies and or type up and or make copies so that you can pass one out to each and every person sitting at the table so that they can follow along with their paperwork and watch you on the projection and or make notes whenever you're talking. If you are presenting something and you want someone to come aboard in terms of a meeting and or doing business with you, you want to put something in black and white to where they can look at it and or go back and look at it later on. If they miss something later, if they missed something during the time that you were talking, they had it up on this projection thing, but you should have had a black and white in front of them so that they could follow along, like I said, and make up their mind as to if they want to. Like, why are you having a meeting and you're not prepared, Tisha? You're not prepared. And she was all over the place while she was presenting it. So you should have had something like with bullet points typed out. You home all day. You fried the bacon that morning. You had plenty of time all damn day to sit down and type up something, print it off, 6 copies for everybody to sit there and follow along with you in terms of beating. That's what you do in a business meeting. I mean, in a business meeting, I go in, I have a copy of something and or notes that I'm looking at so that I can follow along and make more notes. Okay. So Martell, he then starts clapping all loud. Okay. Melody, she kind of does a fake clap like, yeah, okay. So then Maurice, he says that this deserves a toast. And I was kind of thrown by that because you were kind of looking like, I'm confused. What the hell is going on here? But then you turn around and say, this deserves a toast. Thank you so much. The Real VB says that I know, Mel, love listening to you go on and on about hotel. Says I sure do. I appreciate it. So then I was just like, why are y'all talking about a toast when everybody looks so uninterested in this particular meeting? So then Tisha says that I agree that we need a toast, but not until everybody agree to it. Okay, which I thought that was kind of weird. So then, of course, another confessional. Tisha and Marsau, they're looking at the room and they're saying that that it seems like I got everyone's attention. Okay, and I was like, yeah, but it doesn't seem like everybody is wanting to come aboard. So then Marsau says that it may look that way, but they're waiting to see the outcome. So that's what he's telling Tisha, because they're kind of unsure as to how their business meeting and or their presentation to the group kind of landed to where if everybody wants to come aboard or not. So then Tisha says that, what do y'all think about the name in terms of the Black Expo? Okay, Expo, all right, not Expo. Says y'all like the Black Business Expo. She's asking them, do y'all like the name? Kimmy says, for me, it depends on the objective. Okay, she says, is it your event? And we're just showing up to speak? Like what's it giving? Is it your event and we're just showing up? And Tisha says, the vision came to me and I wanted to present it to you guys. So now you got a vision now? Oh, okay, girl. I didn't know you had visions now. So it sounded a little fishy. So Tisha, I don't know about no vision, girl, but so then Kimmy says, per her confessional, she says that all I hear is Tisha and Marsau provisioning things like the comeback group and trying to sell it back to us, which I kind of felt the same way. All right. So then Kimmy says that the actual comeback group, and then she laughs. She says that the idea is neither ideal or original. All right. She's kind of throwing shade at Tisha, saying, Tisha, you pretty much don't know what the hell you're doing, which explains why Marsau never let Tisha come out of the house to help with any type of business. Tisha didn't know what the hell she was doing. She was just reading off a projection screen what she and Marsau kind of put together. She ain't broke nothing down. She ain't explained nothing. She was just reading word for word. They were looking hella confused by the time she finished. She didn't take time, you could tell, to educate herself on what she was presenting to the group. So they just really didn't know what the hell was going on. They just know what was read to them, and they still didn't have a clear understanding after Tisha got up there and did her presentation for the Expo group. Okay. Oh my God. So Kimmy calls Tisha out and says that the picture on the projector that you're showing is of you and Marsau. She says, this shows you guys, not a group effort. Meaning, is this just you and Marsau thing, or is this a group effort? So, and then she kind of gives Tisha a stare down, like, what's going on? Like, what is this giving? All right. So then Tisha says that I would love for it to be a group effort, that I just wanted to kickstart things. Lies. Okay. Why not present a picture of everyone then, Tisha, to advertise it instead of just you and Marsau? Okay. Everyone would feel more included that way versus seeing you promote Show and Blaque, okay, and your businesses only versus an expo of everyone and their businesses, which is what you originally pitched. Would that not make sense, you guys? If you want to sell something to someone, you want to make it believable. If you want people to do business with you, they first have to be able to trust you. They're not feeling like they can trust you, Tisha, because it's looking like you're trying to do some underhanded stuff here. It doesn't look like you're being totally honest with them in terms of the direction of this particular business expo that you're pitching to them. It's looking like you want them to jump aboard on something just because you are friends with them and because you know them and because you guys used to be in a comeback group, when in fact it's giving that it's you and Marsau's business, and that you and Marsau is pitching this and it's you guys stuff, and you guys want them to come on and do free labor for you guys, as you guys are known to do, because you're always asking somebody to come to you guys' company and intern. So now it's looking like you want the comeback group to come in on your business that you're trying to start and be your interns and not pay them. I caught that. If I don't know nothing else, I know I went to school for business. When I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, my commentary about to be on, because we know about business. I know how this shit works. You're not getting ready to sit here and pitch me something and you don't give me all the information. Tisha was withholding information because she was trying to be slick. And she wasn't counting on the person who is really business minded and business savvy to call her out on it. Kimmy is very smart and or business savvy, and so is Melody. And those two, they ate her ass up. And Tisha was not prepared. Tisha was not prepared. So Tisha says, she says that we can take it to other states. She says that we might not even have to even be speakers every time. That's what she was steady trying to say. Like, she's steady trying to convince them to be in on this particular thing. She says that we can get more businesses to come and actually speak. She says that it came to me, another vision, here we go, that we can talk about things, but never get the ball rolling. She says, so we just needed to execute it. Okay, you're trying to use big words and you couldn't even say it right. Okay, execute. She said we just needed to execute, not execute. Okay, she's trying to sound all educated and So then Melody says that I think it's great. She says, I like the name, but what's y'all budget for your speakers and your panels? Okay, my point exactly. So then Maurice, he kind of frowns up and he kind of looks at Tisha like, okay, that's a good question though. So then Kimmy, she kind of has a death stare to where she's like looking at Tisha like, bitch, I know what you're trying to do and I'm not letting you pull me in on it, okay? Martell, he sits up. Why he did, I don't know, because you don't know what the hell is going on. Sit your tight ass back, Martell. Sit back, Martell. You ain't got nothing to say. You don't know what's going on. You just there, all right? So then Marsau, he looks like, oh shit, here we go. They talking about a budget. Here we go. So then he's kind of staring off into space as he always does when he gets backed in the corner or when he gets called out on his bullshit. Marsau kind of stares off into oblivion like he don't know what the hell is going on and he ain't saying shit. He is letting Tisha take the fall for this. He ain't answering no questions. Tisha is getting her ass toe off and he just sitting there like, bitch, you wanted to be the boss. You wanted to be in on this. Boom, there you go. You answer all the questions, bitch. I ain't saying shit. I'm about to sit here and I'm about to let you take this heat. And that's exactly what his ass did. So Melody, she's sitting there, she's waiting on her answer that she asked Tisha that Tisha don't have an answer for. So then Tisha says, what do you mean a budget for the speaker? That's what she asked you. So now you can't hear when somebody asks your ass some questions about this business expo that you put together, that you did not take time to put together. Okay. I was like, yeah, payment. They're asking about a budget. They're asking about payment. Money for my time is a great way to look at it, Tisha. Dinero, cash, check, Zelle, and all of the above, bitch. That's what we're talking about. Money, what you trying to pay us for our time. Ain't nobody about to be interning and doing shit for free. All right. So then Tisha, she's trying to get free labor, like I said, like they always do at Blaque as well as Show, by telling people they want people to come and intern. I keep seeing flyers from Show and Blaque from them when Tisha and them be posting on their little social media accounts where they're saying, hey, we need interns. We need 5 or 6 interns. That's their way of saying, hey, I want people to come and work for free for me and I ain't got to pay them shit. I'm gonna work the hell out of you. And because you're an intern, I'm gonna act like I'm teaching you and or showing you some shit when I really just need you to come over here and clean up and dig a hole right here and hammer this shit up right here. And I ain't gonna pay you a damn thing. Okay. Because I don't feel like doing the shit. So I'm gonna have you come and do it for free. That's pretty much what they're saying. All right. So then Mel says, like for a fee, Tisha. Like she broke it down to Tisha because Tisha was trying to act like she didn't know what dinero and money, all that meant. So Mel was like, yeah, like for a fee. What's your fee? Okay, I need to hear about your fee. That's what Mel was. Tisha says, oh, you mean paying you guys to speak? Tisha was like, oh, so you mean paying you guys to actually speak? Yeah, bitch, that's what a fee is. Do you not know what a fee is? I know y'all ain't got no money like that popping over there, but fee mean money, baby. They talking about the netto, the money. What you trying to pay us to be up in here to be speaking? My time is valuable. I'm not coming up in here doing nothing for free for you. Okay? So Melody said, yes, fee, yeah. Residuals. Like, yeah, bitch, what? What we waiting on? What we sitting on over here? So then Martell, he smirks whenever Melody mentions fee, okay, which then this is him in his usual petty state of mind. This is him trying to get attention because Melody ain't paying him no attention and she's in business mode. She's in her business mind. She's talking money. Okay, he ain't said nothing yet in terms of business and what he feel about it. He just sitting back being his usual messy self because he never speaks in meetings. Melody is the one that speaks. So because he's not getting the attention, he's trying to throw Mel off in terms of her trying to speak and pitch her business proposal to Tisha in terms of this business expo. So, like I said, he's sitting back smirking, and he's waiting on Mel to say what she's gonna say in terms of that. So while everybody's waiting on Tisha to answer, she's giving Tupac all eyes on me because, baby, everybody's looking at her. Everybody's looking at Tisha, baby, like she is Tupac in the room because all eyes is on her. All eyes is on Tisha. They're trying to figure out what the hell she gonna say. What answer you gonna give us in terms of this fee? Because everybody want to know. You asking us to join you and being on this business proposal, and you haven't yet mentioned how much. No one is going to get paid. So then Tisha says, I wanted it to be a North Huntsville. I wanted it to be in North Huntsville. Bitch, we didn't ask you location. We asked you how much. And I know you got all these damn degrees. You know the difference between how much and location. How you skipped over the answer you supposed to be giving us and talking about where you wanted to be. Bitch, I don't give a damn if it's on the moon. What are you going to be paying me, bitch? For me to be speaking and or taking my time. I don't give a damn if it's on Mars, Venus, Saturn, the moon. What you trying to put in my pocket? This girl says that I wanted it to be in North Huntsville when Mel said, what is your fee? Girl, is your comprehension skills on the level? You and Martell sounded like you and him got the same comprehension skills, okay? She says that I honestly wanted it to be a free event, okay? And upon her saying free, Melody's eyebrow arched. The eyebrow went up. Melody was like, I heard the word free, bitch, and that's not what's in my, yeah. Melody was like, I heard free somewhere in there. Free usually means nothing, bitch. And I'm not going to be able to do that, is what Melody was trying to let her ass know. And she tried to sneak that in there. I wanted to be in North Huntsville, but bitch, I ain't gonna pay you anything. She tried to sneak that in there. But I caught that. And Melody caught that too, because Melody sat back like, yeah, I ain't gonna be able to make it. Because my time is very valuable. My time is very valuable. Okay? We asked you about location, girl. So then Tisha says that I wasn't going to even charge people to even come to it. That's irrelevant. I don't give a damn what you're charging. I'm asking what you paying. There's a difference between charging and paying. You still not getting it, Tisha. Hence the reason you should not be over this meeting, okay? She says, so I wasn't going to pay us anything to speak. Us? Because you were asking them to speak. What you putting in your pocket is what we want to know. Okay? I caught it. So everybody at this point is looking puzzled because Melody is kind of pressing her on this money issue in terms of how much everybody's going to get paid. Tisha comes back with, unless you guys feel that you should be paid a fee, then D-E-N, we can talk about that, D-A-T, okay? She says that means that I will have to, she starts stuttering in. I said, whoa, not the one to have everything to say. Now you're stuttering and you have nothing to say. She says, that means that I will have to I said, oh, it sounds like a choo-choo train coming in the meeting. Somebody open the door and let the choo-choo train in. Because, baby, you was over there stuttering, baby. Somebody let the choo-choo train come on in here. Tisha was over there. That means I'm going to have to charge people to come to the expo. And they looking like, bitch, I don't care what you do. We just want to know how we're going to get paid. And you can go and turn the choo-choo train off. And let's talk about this money, okay? Let's talk about this shmoney, as Cardi B called it. Let's talk about this shmoney. Turn the choo-choo train off, since you got to charge folk. I was like, what the hell, Tisha? Turn that train off, girl. So then Martell starts laughing because, of course, he was hoping to hear that he was getting paid, okay? Because y'all know his disconnect notice just came in, okay? And he done ate the last piece of Popeyes, okay, in his kitchen, baby. And, okay, y'all know his gas and lights, honey, is about to be turned off, too. So after driving to the meeting, y'all know his gas light was on after he done drove his Uber truck to the meeting, and he ain't had no more gas money to get there. So he was hoping, honey, that they get to the talking about the money part of it, because he ain't heard nothing else in the meeting. He ain't crank up. He ain't wake up until they start talking about a fee and or money. So that's when his ass want to sit up, honey. He want to be on the sit up when he heard fee and what we getting paid. I said, oh, somebody's lights are going to be turned off. Are we going to be in the dark here really soon? Because you sat up when you heard fee. You ain't had shit else to say when they asked what you think about it. This is ass sitting over there looking at the mail. I said, bitch, she's talking to you too. Okay? This is him sitting over there looking at the mail. I said, look at this bitch over here. But anywho, so then Martell, in his own little messy ass self, He whispers to Marsau, and production puts whatever he was whispering, okay, on the screen. In closed caption is what they call it. Ask her what's her fee. Talking about Melody. Ask Melody what's her fee. Bitch, that's none of your business. And Melody checked that ass because she heard him when he tried to whisper, but she had her dog ears on and she heard him when he said, ask her what's her fee. Melody said, don't worry about what my fee is, okay? You know when you get to talking like that with your head moving, you mean that shit. Mel said, don't worry about what my fee is, okay? She says, it's none of your business. I was like, you better come through and check his ass because he stay worrying about your money because his ass ain't got none, okay? And Melody says, I'll make sure I send out an email from my management team to let you know what it is, okay? If you need to know it. I was like, boom, shakalaka on that ass, okay? He couldn't even say nothing after that, okay? Martell could not pass up the opportunity to be trying to shade Mel and comfort her, but he didn't know that she had something waiting on his ass when he did. Okay, so he had to run back to his little corner in his little tight-ass pants and his tight-ass jacket over there and sit his ass back and leave her alone because she had to check his ass. I will send my management company, the one that you don't have, okay? My management company will send an email, okay, if need be, about my fee. Don't you worry about my damn fee. That's what she letting him know. Fee your ass somewhere and find you a bigger jacket while you over there can't hardly damn breathe. All up in my damn business. How about that? How you like them apples? Sir, she read that ass down to the ground and I was all the way here for it. Yes, I was. All right. His immature ass. So then Kimmy says, what's the over? She says, what's the over? She says, what's over all the promotion objective? She says, what's overall the promotion objective? Okay. She says, social media and etc. Okay. So then Marsau says that we're going to use our platform, both personal and business. Okay. So Kimmy was asking, how are you guys planning on promoting this particular business expo? And Marsau comes back with, we're going to use our platforms, both personal and business. Okay. And we're asking you guys to do the same on your respective platforms, which you don't do that. If you're doing business, you should have a business platform where you can post your stuff and say, hey, this, that's what I do, but whatever. So then Melody asks, how much do y'all pay per post? Melody in business mode. Melody's in business mode. She asking all the right questions. And meanwhile, Tisha is getting tripped up every time. Maurice was taken aback. And Kimmy started catching on to the point to where she started asking questions, kind of piggybacking off Mel. She was like, oh yeah, these are some good questions that Melody is asking. I need to chime in and be asking questions too. Maurice, who's supposed to be the attorney, he ain't answering shit. He's sitting back and even looking at Mel like, where'd she come up with this? You supposed to be a whole attorney, the smart one in the family, but you ain't even asking nothing. You just kind of sitting back like, okay. So the only people asking questions is Kimmy and Mel at this point. And Tisha is looking stuck like Chuck because she can't answer nothing. Again, crickets. Okay. After the question is asked by Melody, how much do you guys pay per post? Tisha comes back with, we're not paying for post. So you ain't even looked that far into doing that. So then Melody says that that she pretty much gets paid for post and promotion, etc. And she's trying to figure out everything in every angle. Okay. Melody is like, she came there prepared and on ready, baby. She was on green and Tisha was not prepared. Okay. And I'm like that too. I'm asking 1,000 questions, bitch. And you need to be able to give me an answer to all of them if you want me to be in business. And that's just on period. Don't come in here not prepared and get mad with me because I don't want to do no business with you. You got to be prepared and I got to know what I'm getting myself into. Okay. But they did not like how thorough Mel was. That bothered them, okay? And the fact that Martell laughed and made jokes about it further shows that he knows nothing about business and how business is handled. Hence the reason why his businesses always fail and they never make a profit because Melody was the business savvy one in their businesses. Martell knows nothing about that. He thought everything was funny and all the questions that Melody was asking, he sat back and laughed and acted immature when really those are the questions that needed to be asked. And he didn't ask anything, which further shows why you don't make anything. You haven't applied yourself in terms of asking anything business related because you are a part of the six. You are a part of the business meeting, Martell. You want to sit back and laugh and make jokes, but you haven't asked anything in terms of promoting your own businesses, which aren't doing shit. So you sat there and made yourself look irrelevant and or the irrelevant person that you are because your businesses are irrelevant. You ain't selling shit, you ain't doing shit, and it ain't doing shit. That's just pretty much what it is. So you really didn't need to say shit. Let's just say that way. You ain't doing shit, you ain't got shit, so you shouldn't have said shit. Okay? Is that too raw? Moving on. So then Tisha says, we can all do it. She says, I'm not trying to pay an arm and a leg. Okay? So then Melody says, that's why you have sponsorship. So Melody's smart. She's like, y'all not about to sit here and tell us that y'all ain't got no money to pay nobody and you ain't paying nobody because you ain't got this, and this. Everybody knows that you seek sponsorship, okay, in order to make this thing tick, tick, boom, okay? All right. So I was like, Mel, you better school her. You better school her. You better school her. Tisha is not business savvy at all. And she was so intimidated by Melody and the questions that Melody was asking because Melody's perspective in how it should be made all the sense in the world, but Tisha hadn't even thought that far ahead. And she's sitting there looking at me like, if this bitch asked me one more question, she was starting to get irritated because Melody was asking questions. She didn't have the answers. She didn't know what the hell to say and or what to do. And the answers that she came back with didn't make no sense. That's why Melody kept asking, but it was bothering her. So then Tisha says that we can raise the money, but it has to be something that makes sense. Okay. So then Melody says in her confessional, she says that, that just because she and Tisha are in a cordial place doesn't mean that she is doing favors and she is not working for free. And I respect that. Business, there's no feeling in business. I said it all the time. There's no feelings or friendship in business. It's just not. It's just not. Don't come in here because we're in a cordial place and I hugged you the other day and you feel like you could just tell me anything and I just jump on it. And I don't ask questions and I don't follow it up. And I don't see what I'm jumping in with both feet because we all know you guys are being sued for fraud and misrepresentation. So I'm going to be the last bitch to be jumping on something with the two of you guys when it relates to business. Melody is not about to get her feet wet in no type of business as it relates to Tisha and Marsau because she see how they move in business. She don't move that way. Melody is from A to Z. She knows her business. Everything that she does, it tick, tick, boom. Not so much with them. And she see that and she knows that. And that's why she's asking so many questions. But Tisha can't answer them because they're used to doing things in fraud and misrepresentation. You misrepresented yourself in this meeting and it was giving fraud once again. And you were mad because Melody picked up on it and Kimmy picked up on it as well. But Maurice didn't want to say anything because he and Marsau are brothers. Okay, Martell didn't have anything to say because he didn't know what the hell was going on. But Maurice, he knew what the fuck was going on, but he didn't want to say anything because he didn't want to piss Marsau off because they're brothers. And he also be doing some shady shit in business. What's going on over there at Credit One? I'll wait. I got all time in the world. What time is it? 9:35. You ain't doing shit over there. You ain't doing shit over there. Fraud and misrepresentation there as well. Let's keep moving. I'm just saying. He didn't want to challenge nobody on anything. He didn't have no questions about nothing. He didn't want to make it look like he was challenging them because that's his brother. But you're in a whole business meeting and you're not speaking business. It's crazy. There's no feeling in business. There's no feelings in business. You ain't asked not one question, but you did sit there and make facial expressions on this bullshit the whole meeting. This him. Anytime somebody say something, this him. I'm like, damn, can we get a question out of your ass? One question. You just sitting there like your ass is a ventriloquist up in that bitch. You was acting like a whole ventriloquist up in there, making faces the whole damn meeting. And I still was waiting on him to ask a question. At least say, can I go to the bathroom? Damn, that would have been a question. Guys, can I go to the bathroom? I'll be right back. That would have been a question at least. You ain't said shit the whole time, but sitting there doing this shit. I was like, boy, you look like a whole clown sitting over there. A thick ass clown. But let's move on, child. Nose and all. Nose and all. So then Kimmy says that how was this going to be sponsored prior to Melody mentioning a budget? So Kimmy waking up over there. She following, she kind of bouncing off Mel. They bouncing off each other with these questions, and I'm loving it. So then Marsau says, we weren't going to charge or pay. He kind of jumps in because he sees Tisha is very, very irritated by these damn questions. She can't answer them. She getting stuck. So he finally jumps in and tries to save her, honey. So then Marsau says that Blaque was the heavy hitter in this and that we were going to handle the financials related to this. But you said you didn't have no budget. Now you're bringing up Blaque and saying that Blaque was going to be the financial pusher in this particular business. Now all of a sudden y'all got a financial pusher and you said you did not. So which one is it? Which one is it? Where you getting the money from to do this? Where you getting the money from to do this is my question. So then Tisha says, it's why we're having this session because you guys are bringing ideas. She says that we didn't even think about that. Obviously. Okay. But y'all trying to make business slaves. Okay. And free laborers out of the six. That's what you're trying to do. And they caught on to your bullshit and they called you on it. Now you mad and in your feelings and you backpedaling and coochie popping in the meeting when your ass should have been telling them what's really going on. Because everybody was thoroughly damn confused. So then Marsau goes on to open a bottle of the chocolate in a bottle and says, well, our first event together. Thank you, everyone. He trying to breeze over the fact that he thoroughly sat there and lied and confused everybody. And still ain't gave nobody a concrete answer on this whole money thing and or how it's going to be sponsored or what's going on in terms of the money and who's going to get paid and how they're going to be paid. They still ain't gave nobody a clear answer. They still haven't. You want to pop open some damn champagne and y'all ain't done nothing. So then Martell again starts all this damn clapping bullshit again, like he's at a Southern Baptist revival. Okay, with that tight ass suit on. I said, if you don't sit your bald headed ass back, what you clapping for? You ain't said nothing. We ain't heard nothing from you but them threads popping in that suit the entire meeting. That's the only sound we heard from your ass, except from you sniggling and grinning like a little schoolgirl over there. I ain't heard nothing from you this entire meeting from them damn threads popping in the back of that jacket because your ass couldn't sit all the way back, and them the threads popping back there on your little ass part back there. Every time your ass sit up, like you getting ready to say something, pow, pow, pow. That's all we heard. Like it was a whole drive-by in the ass of them pants. That's all we heard. It was a drive-by in the ass of your pants back there because them threads was popping. Sit your ass back. I said it. I sure did. That's what it sounded like. But you sitting up here on this shit. Sit your ass back, Martell. He's so goofy. A clown is what he is, okay? So Kimmy and Maurice, I'm sorry, look confused. Okay. Kimmy goes back in confessional. I said, bitch, y'all gonna be in confessional the entire episode. They stayed in confessional, y'all. So Kimmy is saying that why are we toasting? I said the same damn thing. She says that I don't even know if everyone agreed to even participate. Why are we toasting? What are we toasting for? She says, are we toasting to the idea of the Black Expo? I was like, girl, I'm confused too. She says, I'm gonna need a lot more clarity in terms of why we're even toasting. Like, what is this about? Okay. So then Marsau, I was thinking he just wanted to open the damn chocolate in the bottle and just show the chocolate in the bottle for promotional purposes on the damn show. Because you really didn't get to the bottom of anything. You really didn't resolve anything. And everyone, like I said, was thoroughly confused from the time they walked in up until then. They was in the same place they were when they walked in the door. Nothing got resolved. You didn't fix anything. Nobody wanted to go into business because they are confused. You didn't answer any questions that were asked. So sit your ass down. You can sit down too. You can. Sit your baby teeth and have an ass down because you didn't solve nothing. Not a damn thing. So then Kimmy says, I'm confused. I was too. She says, is this something that we're all doing to help plan this event? Okay. So Kimmy wants clarity. Okay. And Tisha is still looking defeated. She's sitting over there kind of almost in attitude mode because she got her ass handed to her trying to jump up there and be a whole boss. Like she's been telling everybody that she is, but her ass didn't know what she was doing and she didn't do her damn homework prior to hopping her ass up there to even be able to answer questions. So questions were coming like this and you couldn't give answers. So now you mad because you look stupid. So then Tisha says, what would you guys like to do? So that's your way of fixing this situation, is to ask them what would they like to do versus sitting there and putting some type of business proposition together to where everyone can agree and you can break it down to where everyone can understand, because everyone is frustrated and thoroughly confused. What would you guys want to do? Leave? Melody was ready to leave. Melody was ready to go. So then Marsau interjects and says, from here, says that you can have as little or as much as an involvement as you want. Really? Okay. So then Kimmy says, Says, just like Mel mentioned, funding. Says, suppose you get $100,000 of sponsors. Is that just for Marsau and Tisha since it's your event and or idea? Okay. So then Tisha, she's shaking her head no, which we all know to be a lie. If somebody gave you sponsorship of $100,000, you're not going to split that 6 ways between everybody who's coming on to speak on the panel, minus Martell. Split it 5 ways. Because you know he cannot put a sentence together. He is going to need sugar mama and or boss baby to put something together for him so he can get up there and do a whole whatever he's going to do. Because he cannot put a sentence together. So if you got $100,000 in sponsorship, my question is, Tisha, why you sitting there shaking your head no in terms of saying that that's not going to be for just you and Marsau? How do you plan to split that? And are you going to even divulge that information to everybody in the group that you called to come and do business with you? Or y'all going to hide the fact that you had sponsorship in terms of having all this money? Or are you going to sit everybody down and say, hey, guys, we got $100,000 in sponsorship. This is how we're going to split it in terms of paying you guys to do blah, blah, blah. Y'all follow me? So she's shaking her head. No, it's not going to just be for Marsau and I. So then Marsau says, at this point, sounding all frustrated. He's sounding frustrated now because everybody's still asking questions and he's just ready to get to the bottom of it. Says at this point, okay, he says it's over, it's out. No, he says at this point, it's our event and we're asking for you and your participation. He says to the level that you want to participate in. All right. So Tisha, she kind of laughs and rolls her eyes. Okay. Y'all know he's going to always, anytime Marsau is going to always try to throw a joke in there and lighten the mood anytime it starts to get hot and people trying to be serious in terms of business. I don't want no jokes when it comes to business and talking about my money. If we're going to talk about money, I don't want to hear no joke. I want a concrete answer on how this situation is going to work if you want me to participate, period. So he's going to throw a joke in there and try to make everybody laugh, and they just weren't. So then Marsau says that with that being said, and then he holds his glass up like he wants everybody to toast, which they still at this point don't know what the hell they toasting to. All right. So then Melody says via confessional, she says, listen, if Kimmy don't come on with this toast so that we can go, because I told y'all Melody ready to go. She says, I'm going to get her glass and toast it myself. She says, I'm ready to go. At this point, I'm ready to go. So then Marsau jokingly says that details coming soon. All right. So then Maurice says, so we're toasting to that. They trying to joke. So then Marsau says, yeah. So then Tisha says via confessional with Marsau sitting there, says that this DIS meeting didn't go as planned. And I don't think Kimmy and Mel will be on board. Will you think? Because you didn't present it well. Okay. You mean they challenged you and asked a lot of questions that you weren't prepared to answer, Tisha? That's pretty much what it was. Okay. And you weren't capable of running a meeting or knowing what you were doing with your 3 degrees, okay, and no damn experience. That is the problem. And that's why they're not going to come aboard, because you weren't being authentic in what you were selling, ma'am. You were being very, very secretive of things that you and Marsau talked about, especially when it was coming to this money. Now y'all ready to do a toast and hurry up and breeze on over everything. You don't want to talk about it now, sponsorship and all this other stuff. But moving on. Okay, because we're nearing the end of the episode. So of course they all stand up and they get their glasses and they cheers, and that's the end of the episode, you guys. That's the end of the episode. So they're going to, of course, pick up there for the next episode, for episode 5. So it's gonna be episode 5. This was episode 4 of season 6 of Love and Marriage Huntsville. Okay, so that's the end of the episode. All right, I'll give this episode a 6 in terms of a rating. I'll give it a 6 rating. Okay. I think that the most interesting part in this particular episode was at the end when they were talking about the whole business expo, as Tisha calls it. That's the only interesting thing to me. Now, next episode, let me go ahead and give you guys some pointers in terms of what's going to be happening for next episode. All right. Next episode will show Stormy and Courtney at their warehouse for Canvas Beauty, where they have on these Canvas Beauty t-shirts, and it looks like they have like a new group of people that's going to be working in their warehouse, and they're talking about getting product out to people. Finally, she's talking about Canvas Beauty. All right. And she's saying it's kind of like we're family. It's kind of like we're going to be family. And that's what I want it to be. And then she starts this bullshit here, wiping her eyes like she's crying. So then Courtney says that if y'all don't like it, then there's the dough. Is that how you talk to your employees, sir? You just hired a new set of employees at your warehouse because the other people that you had there, you won't pay them for over 6 months. Then you get these people in there saying that you want them to kind of operate like family. And if they have a problem with that, then there's the door. I said, that's so unprofessional. I don't need to be your family. Just make sure my paycheck is right. Okay. If I'm working 40, I need to say that on my check. I don't have to like you. Just make sure my damn money is right. Period. I don't need to be your damn family. Anywho, moving on. Kimmy and Maurice, and Tisha and Marsau, they meet up to recap the meeting from the business expo, all right, that Tisha threw. Kimmy tells Tisha that you have to take in consideration that people will want to be paid, especially when they're on a different level, talking about Melody, okay? Melody do not want to work for free. She's a businesswoman now. She's getting a lot more clout and or attention. She's up there now. So then Tisha, she frowns up and she makes a statement as to say, but we're all on a different level. Meaning not just Melody, like Melody ain't the only girl. Like I'm doing some things out here too. Like she's trying to diminish the fact that Melody really is the star on the show. Melody's the one that's doing stuff. Like I really haven't seen and or heard of anything that you're doing, Tisha. But she says, yeah, but keep in mind that we're all on a different level. Like Melody ain't the only one moving and popping out here. So then Maurice says that what is your plan for paying people then? Okay, asking Tisha. So then Marsau comes in and says that my plan is not to pay nobody. That was his comeback. All right. So like I said, they want everybody to work for free. But my thing is y'all worth 17 million. That should be nothing to you to create a budget in terms of saying, okay, I'm gonna pay you $1,000. I'm gonna pay you $1,000 or you $1,000. You should be able to pay everybody in the group $1,000 each for them to get up and do a speaking engagement in terms of you guys. If you are worth 17 million, as you say you are, but it's looking like your money ain't as long as you're trying to say that it is. So now you want to use the I'm not paying nobody and be real haughty about it. And that's why nobody don't want to do business with y'all ass. Okay. Moving right along. Melody and Martell, they're showing Martell where he shows up to Boss Baby's birthday party unannounced and uninvited and refused to leave after Melody asked him to. Okay. Melody has words back and forth with Martell telling him that he needs to leave. She says that this is a party that I'm throwing for them. She says that you throw one for them later on when you get them. She says that that you haven't threw the kids a party since I left you. And I was like, damn, did she just put him on Front Street like that? So Martell was saying that he does not feel like he needs to leave. Melody kept asking him to leave. She said, you shouldn't be here. You were not invited. And Melody continues to ask him to leave because it's a private party. So then Martell says that I'm not about to leave a birthday party that I'm at for my children, but you weren't invited there, sir. And this is the bullshit I don't like with Martell because he feels entitled to be doing stuff that he should not be doing and be places he should not be when he was not invited. And that's why I said Melody needs to go ahead and get that restraining order. And that would stop him from popping up. That would stop him from popping up. Okay. So Melody, like I said, she's aggressively telling Martell that he needs to go because he was not invited, and he continued to crash and saying that he was not going to leave. He was refusing to leave, and that is when she was telling him that she don't make me call the police and have them escort you up out of here, okay? So like I said, he popped up unannounced like he was the broke freeloader that he is. He ain't bring no gift, mind you, to the party. So you came to your children's birthday party, you ain't brought not one gift. You brought nothing but yourself. So you want to come up in there and eat all of Melody's food that she paid for and soak up her energy and get the clout and get this I'm a great dad while you showing up there when you brought nothing. And according to Melody, you haven't even done anything in terms of having a party for your children since she left you. And y'all been divorced, what, 3 years now? Y'all been coming up on 3 years. And Melody says since the two of you went your separate ways, you haven't so much as even thrown the kids a party. Anytime they've had a party, she has had to do it. So you want to take the kids full time, but you don't have the money to do all the things that the kids need in terms of birthdays. That comes with it. That comes with it. Birthdays, graduations, vacations, and all that. Food. You can't even afford to pay your bills, Martell. You can't afford to pay your bills, but you're going to pop up at somebody's party that you were not invited to and try to bombard your way up in there and refuse to leave. But anyway, that's what's going to be happening on next week's episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, which will be season 6, episode 5. Okay. So thank you guys for joining. We got over 1,089 in the building and 666 likes. Are y'all serious? Oh my God. Do y'all know how much goes into actually putting these together? I don't think y'all understand that. Can y'all please get the likes up for me, please? We got 1164 in the building, and y'all only got 670 likes. Y'all, it takes a lot to put a video together. Like, honestly, I work really hard, and y'all don't want to give me the likes. Like, it's so insane. Oh my God, y'all coming into my house again and now not speaking. That's so rude. Oh my God, that is so rude. That is so rude. Y'all, it takes a lot for our content creators to do videos. It really does, y'all. Let's please hit that like button if you did not hit the like button. Please also subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. Also, thank you, mods, for doing such a great job. Thank you, guys. Please give me some comments. Leave me some comments and let me know what you guys think of the review for Love and Marriage Huntsville Season 6, Episode 4 tonight, okay? Yes. And thank you guys once again for joining me. Thank you guys for coming over and supporting this channel, all right? If you need to contact me, if you want to leave a Cash App, all of my information is there in the description, okay? Again, thank you, everyone, Caramelians. We will see you guys tomorrow for Car Chronicles. My vacation is over, you guys. I will be in the car on my way to the office tomorrow, giving you guys Car Chronicles tomorrow. All right. So I will see you guys then. Until then, you guys have a great night. Be blessed and good night. Hit that like.